on more in the top stories. The local organizing committee of the upcoming African Cup of Nations says all is set for the football tournament. All the sides are ready and currently receiving delegations from different countries. And different qualifying nations for the AFCON continue to arrive Cameroon as a D-Day draws nearer. The selections that have arrived the country this day include Comoros via the Yaoundé Simaleng Airport, Teranga Lions of Senegal, Malawi and Zimbabwe are at the Bafoussam Airport. And with the apparent calm atmosphere in the northwest region for some time now, government is poised to carry out development projects with an ambitious investment package of over 72 billion francs CFA as part of the 2022 state budget. Those were major stories. Details right ahead. Good evening once more. We'll begin with updates on the African Cup of Nations. The local organizing committee of the upcoming African Cup of Nations says all is set for the football tournaments. All the sides are ready and currently receiving delegations from the different participating countries. They were speaking this day in Yaoundé during an evaluation meeting. More on the story with our reporter, Hysen Cha.
The clock is ticking, days narrowing down. Sunday, January 9, at the corner. Time for the local organizing committee, COCAN, to evaluate the level of preparedness towards the kickoff of the Total Energies African Cup of Nations. And after gathering all the reports from the heads of the different AFCON sites, COCAN President Narcisse Mwele Kombi is confident that all is set for the D-Day. After this working session, we are able to say that things are moving very, very well. All the sites are committed to make sure that we are going to reach the objective assigned by the head of state, that is to say, the organization in a few days, exactly next Sunday, of a very beautiful opening ceremony at Olembe Stadium. Governors of the concerned regions equally used the occasion to call on Cameroonians to be of best responsible behavior during the soccer feast.
I'm asking all the population of Douala to be disciplined. This discipline is also among the motorbike drivers, and we want everybody to play their role, to be sure that what we are doing is good for our nation.
The different commissions urged to dot the final I's and cut the T's to ensure that the African continent plunges fully into best soccer memories in Cameroon.
And different qualifying teams, nations for the AFCON continue to arrive at Cameroon as the D-Day draws nearer. The selections that have arrived the country this day include the Comoros via the Yaoundé Simaleng Airport, the Teranga Lions of Senegal through the Douala International Airport, Malawi and Zimbabwe at the Bafoussam Airport. The rest too highly awaited. We'll come back to that in our subsequent editions of Newscast. Football lovers are still in search of tickets for the opening match of AFCON, that is between Cameroon and Burkina Faso. Crowds continue queuing up in different source points in Yaoundé. They can lay hands on the tickets. We'll certainly come back to that in subsequent editions of Newscast. Now on the sidelines of the African Cup of Nations, the gateway to Cameroon through the Yaoundé has been given. Minister of Transport giving the satisfactory note as the airport radiates with decorative colors. More on the story with our reporter, Beatrice Ngamu.
decorative balloons in the colors of the nation, that is, the green, red, and yellow. And there have been some kind of polemic since its installation, though very common in airports abroad. It is, to addition, it is the national color. Why are people indifferent when they see green, red, yellow? They don't love their country. We are happy with their work. The flags of all AFCON participating countries well in place also. The Minister of Transport and colleagues taken aback by the refurbished lounge. 3 VIP lounge, totally transformed, each unique in its way and form, explaining 3 different heat: Mefu, Afamba, Gold, transformed into what the eyes behold today, to the satisfaction of all, and the comfort confirmed as well. Transport Minister was here at the Yaoundé-Simalène International Airport to end his inspection tour of airports in the country. Jean-Ernest Masena Ngale Bibehe appreciated it as of international standards. The company has adapted all to context, and we are very satisfied with the result. The Yaoundé-Simalène International Airport new look, proud image of Cameroon.
A lion made of bronze weighing about 4 tons is the last day call for the Olembe Stadium in the nation's political capital, Yaoundé. The gigantic sculpture is in the image of the indomitable lions of Cameroon arrived the stadium this day from Fumban. The ambience around the stadium, the ambience around the lion that is made of bronze this day with Beatrice Ngamo.
A lorry carrying a very special good. Her pace tells of its delicate nature also. Inside is a lion made of bronze, coming from Fumban, where it was manufactured. Tactical arrangement moves to get the 4 tons lion out of the lorry with the help of another engine. These are curious onlookers watch on, capturing every move. Slowly and gradually, the lion is placed on the ground. It is a furnace lion measuring 4 meters high on 6 meters long. It is made of bronze. Its robust form and quality makes the lion one of the most important artwork in the country. The artwork is by a common initiative craftsmen group of about 100 skilled casters and welders from Noun, West region of Cameroon. Perfect example of made in Cameroon. The confidence saluted by the manufacturers as sign of trust in their know-how. The decorative lion for the Yaoundé Olembe Stadium is here.
L'œuvre que vous voyez est le fruit de 4 années de
travail collectif, la mobilisation of energy and unlimited means. We have produced 4 for the different stadia. Command by the state. Since its arrival at Olembe, the bronze lion has been the attention getter.
And we continue with updates on the African Cup of Nations. This time around, we focus on the motorbike sector, where the bike riders have been told to uphold good moral standards in order to paint a more positive image of Cameroon at this point in time. The thousands of bike riders were sensitized today by the association trade unions in the presence of administrative authorities. More on the story in the following report.
They are all bike riders in the city of Douala, registered under different associations and trade unions. This January 5, 2021, thousands of them abandoned their daily hustle to get messages on the attitude to uphold before, during and after the African Cup of Nations.
I can't say they have a good attitude, but we have to advance anytime. Encourage them to do their job in the best way during the AFCON.
The role of the motorbike rider is primordial. They have become the easiest and fastest means of transportation, reason why they are highly solicited by the population. Government is conscious of their role, but wants a more patriotic bike riders to portray a rather positive image of Cameroon. The thousands of bike riders were sensitized against deviant behavior, drug consumption, juvenile delinquency, and to remain vigilant and report suspects that may thwart the image of Cameroon during the international competition. Motorbike riders will also have to be clean and attractive at a distance during this period in time.
All they are in great number in our city, and they are the first contact by the numbers to those who have needs of transportation.
While recalling their mission, the bike riders were also schooled by the administration on the need for them to get identification documents, go through proper driving school, and get registered in associations and trade unions. The Cameroon flag were distributed to them, a way of creating an impact and painting the city of Douala with the colors of the nation.
And football lovers are compelled to show a proof of a COVID-19 vaccine in order to have access into different stadia across the spread of COVID-19, a measure that is not pleasing to some individuals, as our reporter William Fruit tells us more.
Taking a COVID-19 vaccine and getting a sanitary pass are required for every individual, especially those who wish to watch AFCON football matches in the stadia as from January 9, 2022. A measure which has been termed by many as unfair and violates the right to freedom of movement.
Je ne vois pas comment est-ce que le protocole sanitaire de la CAN pourrait...
I don't see how the sanitary protocol of the AFCON can be efficient. I think it has been put in place to reassure all visitors because European clubs would say they imposed measures but they are not responsible for their implementation. The government had her AFCON and black markets of fake COVID thus will prosper.
Et des faux tests de Covid va prospérer.
More explanations on the subject matter have been given by the regional delegate of public health for the littoral region, who clears all worries and reassures the populations that measures have been taken to see to the smooth running of the AFCON free from COVID-19 without fake tests largely shared on social media.
Il sera impossible que vous n'ayez pas pris le vaccin.
It will be impossible to get access in the stadium without having taken the vaccine, and also which is used before the stadia and hotels. A sanitary pass is required which has a code and will be scanned in all those places. For this reason, one has to visit the online platform amalpro.com, which everyone knows today.
Tout le monde connaît aujourd'hui.
And as said by the head of state,
I urge each and everyone to get vaccinated and not to play heed to the conspiracy theories that abound on social media about the coronavirus.
Time thus for every individual to get vaccinated against COVID-19.
And as Cameroon prepared to host the African Cup of Nations, close to 2 million visitors during the African Cup of Nations might be entering Cameroon. Touristic sites, including restaurants and hotels, have taken measures to ensure visitors go back with memories of Cameroon's finest delicacies. They have upgraded structures and improved services to ensure that visitors savour the local delicacies in a good environment. Gladys Ambodiban completes that story.
Ndole, Ero and Watafufu, Koki, Njapshu, yellow soup and nachu are some popular Cameroonian dishes that are on the menu of some restaurants that are prepared to welcome visitors during the African Cup of Nations. At restaurants we visited in Cameroon's economic city, Douala, measures have been taken to ensure visitors savour the variety of Cameroonian dishes and that of other African countries.
Having people that will come from many places of Africa, we made sure that we provide this restaurant with the best of Cameroon African dishes, such as Ekwang, Achu, Ero, to discover the diversified cultures of Cameroon, because Cameroon has many cultures. So we tried our best to put in place all these multicultural dishes from the north, from the east, from the west, and from the southern part of Cameroon.
At this restaurant, management has taken dispositions to train staff on how to prepare other African dishes
so that no one will be left out. At the Bees in Bonanjo, grilled food is on the menu for the convenience of visitors. We have chosen to grill fish, shrimps and meat during this period with a bit of for them. Here, hygiene and good food is a particularity. At the shores of River Vuri, where visitors might be interested in enjoying sea breeze while savoring seafood, the restaurants at the shore are equally prepared. We have different species of fish and prawn that we grill. We also prepare ndole and vegetable. The fish we have is fresh from the sea, so we are prepared to welcome our visitors. Many touristic sites and related facilities have upgraded their structures and improved their services to better receive visitors.
And we take this sad news just reaching our studio about the death of the city mayor for Limbe, Andrew Mutanga, died some few hours ago in a hospital in Douala. We'll bring you updates in our subsequent editions of newscast. May his soul rest in perfect peace. At exactly this nervous Senkan will Aleng Shislenkanga be coming up next is NC Valakan with Mathieu Fangwa and his team. As well, we'll be back same time tomorrow. Good night.